Morning folks, hope you're all doing alright. It's another lovely day, spring day, just getting through the chores. Chickens are out of food, so I need to go and get a sack of chicken food from the feed shed. So I'm on my own this morning. Been on my own here on the farm for the last few days. Rose is down south visiting her folks, and even my mum, who's our neighbour, she's away for a holiday this weekend. So I've had the whole place to myself, which means I've got to cover all the chores myself. So I'm doing the poultry and the goats this morning, so I better get to it. Hey guys. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone this morning? You got a dirty mouth. You got a dirty mouth from eating pine needles. That pine resin. Hey? Hey Mandy, I'll be with you in a minute. So Mandy's ready to be milked, and then it'll be pea. And these guys have to just stay here and look after themselves. They've got plenty of hay to eat. Yes, Myrtle, hello. Look at those ears, Myrtle. When are you going to grow into those ears? So I'm not that used to milking the goats. It took me a wee while to get used to how to milk. Mandy's udders are very full right now, which is why I'm finding it a bit difficult to get the milk sort of flowing fast. Just gotta sort of tease them out. Also, she's got this stone in the teat still, which seems to be coming and going. So that's meaning this teat I'm working on just now is a little bit difficult. We had a foot in the bucket incident yesterday, so I'm really worried I'm going to get that again. She's being very patient. Good girl. I'm really amazed that Rosa does this every day without fail. Such a champion. But what a great skill to have, to be able to hand milk a goat and give us fresh, healthy, raw milk every day. That's a bit easier now. Got most of the first bit of milk out, which seems to reduce the size of the udder and make it a lot easier to get a good stream. Getting nice and frothy now. I can see why Rosa likes doing this every morning. Yes, it's quite hard work. It's tough on the hands and work up quite a heat. And you've got to get used to having animals that don't always want to cooperate. But it's quite calming, and do seem to build up a bond with the animal. I suppose it's quite meditative, but I'm glad I know how to do this, because obviously there will be times that Rosa can't milk in the morning because she's not well, and I need to step in and fill her role for that. So I'm obviously no way as good as she is, and the goats know that. But, oh, sorry Mandy, got milk on her hoof, she hates that. Yeah, and the goats know that I'm not as skilled as Rosa. At least I can step in when needs be. I've learned that quite a bit this weekend while I've been here on my own. I got a little bit sick at the start of the time alone. Got a bit of a stomach bug. Was feeling pretty under the weather at one point. And I know I've got lots of friends around who I can phone if I'd been feeling really sick. But, you know, it wasn't that bad. But it did make me think that I still had to get up and do the chores. I had the responsibility of milking these two goats and letting the hens out. But it did make me think how important it is to know, especially when you're in partnership with someone on a farm, whether that's your spouse or friend or business partner that you run the farm with. More importantly, your spouse, if they do a job around the farm. Oh, I think that's us done, Mandy. There we go, folks. Nice, fresh, creamy milk. Give some of this other cream. Yeah, if your partner does a job and then one day gets sick and you got to fill that position, you got to know how to do it. Okay. Time for pee. My stomach's rumbling. Time for me to go and get my breakfast now. Chickens, ducks, goats all taken care of. See you later. Just taking some water over to the hens. It really does make you think that if you and your partner have separate jobs that you've chosen to do just because one of you is better at it or prefers doing it, and you get sick or your partner gets sick, you really got to learn at least the basics of what they do every day. And sure, you can watch them, and I know you think you know what they're doing, but it's not until you try and do it yourself that you realise that it can be, what they're doing is quite intricate and detailed. This is heavy water. And some of the things to consider if you do get ill. Do you know the ins and outs, the fine details of the jobs that your partner does every day? Do you know exactly how much feed the hens get in the morning? and where it's kept, supplements are getting given. Any medical issues with any of the livestock? Is there a certain way to milk one goat over the other? What about machinery? So you get sick when you're in the middle of doing some important spring sowing. Does your partner know how to use the machinery? Will they know how to use the tractor? Or which implement to use to create a seed bed? We can't do all the jobs, and that's the reason that we divide the jobs up sometimes. Certainly with me and Rosa, there's things that she does better than me, but there's things that she does that she enjoys more than me, and vice versa. You know, I've been on the phone a few times to her just double checking on the quantities of the food I've got to give the goats. I have a feeling I fed them too much. Do you know how to chop wood? Where to find kindling? And more importantly, do you know where that spare packet of chocolate biscuits is kept? Anyway, it's just something to consider. So follow your partner around the farm, mimic their chores, learn what they do, because one day you might need to be doing it too. Morris is coming for a walk too.